Okay, welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. This is me explaining the things we lost. Alright, so the things we lost came to me in the shower. As most of my songs generally do. Come to me in the shower, beats them coming to me in the toilet. So, hey, you gotta go with what you know. Of course, don't always match. And yeah, you literally did see me pulling a water pick because I forgot what I needed to see. Happens. The show must go on, so there you go. I looked right at it, snatched it up. And I don't use dental floss. I literally only use the water pick. Dental floss hurts me really fucking bad. But with that, my gums don't bleed. Where with dental floss, it does. So score 1 for the water pick, score 0 for dental floss. Anyhow, that being said, I really wanted people to emphasize that we've all lost some things, some very important things, and we lost some very important people. And it is okay. And you will be okay. Now in the shower, I had a whole different song. Because I sung about how I cry in the shower, so that the water hides my tears. Same way if you cry in the rain. That way, if you're a man, no one can see you cry, and no one can shame you for being a man that cries. I was raised differently because when I was a kid, I was raised that men don't cry unless they were not straight. I was also raised that men only cry if someone in their family, like a mother or a father, passes away. Well, my father passed away, and I swear I cried for about 6 years. He's been dead for 8. I will say roughly I've cried probably 4 out of 5 of the years he's been gone. And basically, I cried until I ran out of tears. But I've also been surrounded by death a lot in my life. Young people dying before their time because of ignorant choices or because of jealous boyfriends. And I didn't want to sing about any of that shit. I've lost at least 2 female cousins to domestic violence. So that's not some shit that you want to sing about. I lost a friend through domestic violence. He was the domestic violator. I lost another friend who was like a cousin or a big brother through domestic violence with his girlfriend as well. He was the domestic violator. Now, I'm not excusing neither one of their behaviors because if you have to have the ability to put your hands on a woman and she is not defending herself or she doesn't have anything in her hand that can hurt you in any way, shape, or form, then just leave the relationship. And this goes for you women too. If you are abusing your boyfriend, and yes, this happens more often than people think, most people assume that it's just the women that are getting abused, but there are men who get abused. We learned about this in a police science class. My teacher was a cop, and she said that technically it's almost a 50-50 split, but most men don't report their abuse because of shame, and they will be ashamed where you're a 6 foot guy getting beat by a 5'2" woman. No, so that is exceptionally shameful to men, and so they don't really report that shit. And a lot of women get away with domestic violence. Just don't know it because there's a stigma of us men being weak if we're getting beat up by chicks. But a lot of us men were also raised you don't put your hand on a woman unless it's in a consensual manner of sex. Holding her hand is one thing, touching her body, as long as she's consenting, you're good. But other than that, you keep your fucking hands to yourself. You do not hit women. I'm a strong believer in you do not hit women. And if you're acting and it's in the script, that's about the only time that I actually say it's okay. I'm kind of against men versus women in movies, but I do know it's a movie, so I can compartmentalize that it's a movie, it's fake, nobody's getting hurt. Now, I have been watching a lot of intergender wrestling from VKW or VHF something. It's a Japanese show. It's just like Stardom, just like New Japan Wrestling, where they do have intergender wrestling. I will say, thank God the women are in on the sexual gags because there's some shit that's like Americans would never allow this shit, But I watch it here on YouTube all the time. I don't know how to put the link in the bio. Just keep clicking on wrestling. Eventually, you will come across it because one of them is VH something and one of them is VKT something. It, just know that there's some Japanese wrestlers, male and female, wrestling each other. And one guy's got this clown with these big fucking ears and a baseball hat to the side. Real cool. I know, completely off topic, but on topic because of domestic violence and the things we've lost. Right? So remembering that the things we lost are very important. sometimes we tend to forget that we're not the only ones who lose things or people. So try to remember where you are and remember to hold on tight to the things you hold dear, because no one's promised tomorrow and it can be gone in the blink of an eye. You see